just gonna go ahead and get started with this. And immediately, there's a bit of tech that I missed, of course, but if I were to have pressed B to back out to the stage select, sorry, the file select, and then go back into the game, I would have been able to have skipped that little animation of Bomberman flying to the planet, saving about 1 second roughly. So it's not a big deal that I did miss it. And it's only a skip that can be done on the first planet, even though the same thing happens on all the rest of the planets. For some reason, the first one's the only one that'll let you do that. I think of note, this game is does have RNG in it, but it's pretty consistent for the most part. So from console reset, I should have a pretty consistent run through of this first stage at least. In that the first R2-D2 I encountered is always just going to be right in the path for me to just like whip a bomb at his face. I think the biggest example of oh, I missed it. Nice. Love it. The biggest example of changes in this between Japanese and US is that for 100% completion, which really only necessitates getting a 5 in every single stage, including the final 6th world, is that in order to get that score of 5 in each of the stages, you need to get more points, typically, in the US version, which tends to mean you have to destroy everything and pick up every item. Whereas the Japanese one tends to be a little lenient, and you're able to skip a handful of things. And unlike the 80% run, we do have to go back into these stages that have 2 exits, and this is one of them, of course. In order to unlock both of them, you need to get to both stages that can be unlocked through this game, or this stage. So last time I unlocked Hyper Room, and this time I'm gonna unlock Secret Room. Sorry, I misspoke. This is Hyper Room. I unlocked Heavy Room last time. So there are a few stages with multiple exits. It's only ever 2. So ideally we go through one as quickly as possible to reach one of the exits. And then the next time through, we get 100% completion. But there are a couple stages where there is an ADOC bomb, which is worth 50 points. And you need to obtain all the ADOC bombs along with getting a 5 in every single stage to unlock the final world. And those ADOC bombs, once you pick them up, like I said, they are worth 50 points, but once you pick them up, you can't come back into the stage and pick them up again. So when I said typically the US version requires you to get everything, that ADOC bomb is not required in that everything. Like, you don't need it in order to get a score of 5 in each of the stages, so pretty typically, since you have to pick up the ADOC bomb, I'll pick that up and just walk by some other thing that's worth 50 points. I think Water Pool specifically is the only stage that does that. Where there's 2 exits, and also there is a an ADOC bomb. There are a handful of slow points in this run, just because you do have to collect everything. I think the Japanese run is a bit more exciting in that way, because you're just constantly doing something. It seems to flow a bit better, in my mind anyway. Yeah, just a preview of what's to come in Hard Coaster. Absolute snooze fest of a stage. Nothing we can really do about that. Maybe the route isn't perfect. Alright, I missed him. I gotta wait for this dude to stick his neck out twice. I have trouble hitting that fella. But he's off screen, so... For the most part, this game is pretty glitchless. There are a few out of bounds, though none of them are fast. Even for any percent's sake. There's one in this stage, there's one in Sky Room, there's one in Snowman's Land. This is the only out of bounds that actually does something, and that is at the start of the stage and lets you skip all the way to the end. The other ones are like either halfway through or all the way at the very end, like in Skyrim's case. But when you go out of bounds, you can fall off the side and then wrap around the stage vertically. That's how this game tends to treat out of bounds. And it just takes too long to fall all the way down. So it's unfortunately not faster for like any percent's sake. You can do a few like enemy dupes. Like these dudes, the ones making the car horn noises. Oh, I thought I missed one. If you kill one of them, or two of them, leave and then come back, the remaining ones will have respawned. And they're all worth 100 points each, so that can be beneficial, but, you know, just the nature of, like, routing that out would typically imply that you're not going very fast. Nice. Oops. There is a sort of buffer system in this game in that I can hold down the A button in between stages. If I start to hold it at a certain point anyway. And it'll select it as soon as it can. Oops. And that's also doable with a handful of cutscenes. Though every single cutscene where there's two, like one after another, man, I'm struggling with this. Every single cutscene where there's two, one after another, you can only buffer skip one of them for some reason. And all of the vehicle stages, those cutscenes that play where Bomberman transforms, this will be the first vehicle stage, by the way. That animation there cannot be buffered to skip. So it's cool that the menuing, for the most part, is really consistent. It certainly saves a lot of like headache, and it's a lot less tense of a run since you don't have to mash to select everything or skip everything. And it ends up feeling like a pretty chill speed run for the most part. Now in these vehicle stages, I actually don't have to get everything. typically. Because it'd be really annoying to have to go back and forth constantly to get enough points to actually get the score of 5. Dude, hello? Okay. I need 2350 by the time I finish picking up that gold gem. Or rather, before it. Here's another difference. The Japanese version, that little exit that these dudes are emerging from, is much bigger, and you can just, like, go right past them. Now, I can still go right past them in this, but I have to, like, take damage first. But yeah, the Japanese version, you can just swim right around them, and it's way easier. Here's another stage with 2 exits. I'm just going to go for the quicker one to reach. Using the legendary red cave skip. Then, of course, head back in. Because I have unfinished business here. There are a lot of instances where it would probably be faster for me to drop a bomb on an enemy instead of throw one at them. But that adds like a lot of complex movement to the run. Not to say that I don't think it should like ever be done, but it just like hasn't been routed yet. And here we got the first jetpack level. Big cannon. And you'll see, by the time I reach the end of it, it is quite aptly named. So these stages you actually cannot go backwards, so you have to be really careful with how you approach. Whereas in the water stages, I can like hold the B button and it'll send me backwards. It'll be slow, but you can at least do it. So I'm going to be playing it a little safer than I normally would, since this is a no reset type setting. Yeah, I only need 6,000 by the time I get to this big cannon. The titular big cannon, if you will. Well, I would say it is aptly named. It's not, I mean, it's not like that big, right? We've seen bigger cannons in video games all the time. But that's about as big as they come in Bomberman Hero. Took a little bit of damage there to save time. The speedrun staple. We'd love to see it. Oh, that one didn't save any time. That part of Darkwood is always a bit difficult, since they have, all those trees have 3 bits of health each. I have to like juggle timings and priorities in order to like really do it quickly. Just take them all out. And like how I explained earlier, when you can pick up an ADOC bomb and avoid picking up some other thing that's worth 50 points. All of these knife enemies, their attack is to fling themselves towards you directly into the ground and then just completely obliterate themselves on their own accord. So they're also considered missable. So I can ignore a bunch of the stuff that's on the upper level here if I just kill a bunch of those knives. Nice. Yeah, they always home in directly on your position. So I can drop a bomb pretty reliably.
I did it!
Speaking of reliability, this dude is a completely consistent fight if you know how to manipulate him. Nitros are going to be fighting him several times throughout the run, but as you can see, hold on, I forgot what it is I need to do here. I lost count of how many times I've hit him, but I need to hit him 8 times. Okay, well, I was relying on the points to set me back on the right path. But yeah, what he does depends completely on what types of panels lie between you and him. The ones he'll try to run over, and like also how far away you are from him. So it's definitely something that's pretty tricky for like newer players, but if you know what you're doing, he's pretty consistent. Clown Valley here can be a huge pain in the ass, just always, because once those clowns start rolling, they start rolling deep. They'll just like go all over the place, so you gotta get rid of them as soon as possible. Interesting. I don't think I've ever had this Geo dude follow me this far. Yeah, and picking up this ADOC bomb there, I'm able to skip a bomb pickup that's on the other side of one of the bridges here. That saves a fat chunk of time. Not fat, but it's definitely faster. Oops. In this stage, we're going to see an actual useful enemy dupe. Similar to the car horn enemies that I mentioned earlier, being able to dupe them. Oh, what am I doing? I'm out of control. If I damage that tree down there twice, and I did, I can drop a bomb on top of it, and it'll die. But when I come back down, he's just fine. So I can collect the extra 100 points from that, and it makes the route for the stage a lot more clean. I didn't do it very cleanly, of course, but I think it's very cool to be able to do something like that, since I have to come back down there anyway. the first boss here. And if you've ever watched an any % speedrun of this game, you'll notice that they do reset the console at the end. Because it's faster than like watching and skipping through all the cutscenes that show up. But just for safety's sake, I do not reset the console in US 100%, because upon resetting the console, you do lose all of your bonus health, all of your extra bombs, all of your extra firepower, all of your lives and stuff. All that just disappears. In the Japanese version, that all stays though, so JP 100% does reset. And again, just in the name of safety here, I could take damage during that first phase of this fight, and this fella here, Endall, would be laughing at me, and as soon as he starts laughing, it sets him to become vulnerable. He can be hit immediately.
I did it!
So it is faster, but going down in health is a bit nerve-wracking.
Good job.
Yeah, it's nice that this run sort of like self-verifies itself and that you can't skip seeing those 5s, so if you just need proof that you got it all, then you can see that. Though also if you unlock Planet Gossip, the 6th one, then that means you definitely did get all 5s. With flower enemies, I have to time my second bomb throw to collide with them immediately as soon as they're vulnerable, otherwise I have to wait for them to close themselves up. And then hit them once they open back up again. That whole process takes like 3 seconds or something. It's quite a long time. Yeah, this second version of the stage where everything freezes over is a separate map entirely from the previous one. So I was able to use the damage boost from the water to pick up some gems and stuff while the stage was transitioning over to the frozen state. And those gems aren't the actual same gems that are present in the snowed over version, so in theory I could just like grab all of those and skip a bunch of stuff, but that's taking a lot of damage and I don't think it would be as fast either. This whole section can get real sloppy real quick. That wasn't too bad.
I did it!
Here we got another stage with 2 exits. Unfortunate because it's a vehicle one. Water stage. Takes quite a while to get through both of them. And I wouldn't say it's particularly fun. It's not that bad, but it's... You know, I can't like move around and jump and stuff. It's still the... Some of the water stages can be a little annoying, especially Freeze Lake later in the run. Because the bombs don't particularly like to go, like, actually directly towards the enemies. They home in on them a little bit, but they're not very good at it. And there's some sort of auto-aim present in just the normal stages as well, and that it'll realign you so that your throw lines up with an enemy that it thinks you're trying to throw a bomb at. And that's fine. That one works pretty reliably, but that's because it only takes the bombs like 1 second to reach the destination, whereas in the water stages it takes like 3-4 seconds maybe. And it just goes wildly off course. Like, that one hit that dude there, but it was about to like go all the way over to the left for some reason. We just kind of have to learn to work with it. And it's not that bad, but it's only particularly a problem in Freeze Lake, where the rest of the stage also sucks. Yeah, I gotta stun like that Stingray, otherwise it'll keep blowing you back. Little ledge boost there. When I slide off a ledge, it pushes me forward somewhat, a tiny bit. You can see the screen sort of like move forward. It's pretty alright. Very small amount of time saved. But it's always worth doing, especially in like auto-scroller type stages like this. I'm going. Man, I'm not just going, but I'm sweating too. It's hot in here, even though I got snowed in today. It's chill. Not much beats a nice 100% speed run in a chilly afternoon. I dropped that bomb there to conserve the momentum that I had gained from sliding on that little river thing. Not very many opportunities to exploit that in this game, but whenever I can, I definitely do like to. It's a pretty cool mechanic. Oops. That's the wrong stage. What the heck? I didn't hold forward there, which you have to do to grab the ledge. And I knew that, but I simply decided to not do it. Yeah, there aren't very many random things in this game. I mentioned that earlier, but for the most part, this game is pretty consistent aside from a few bosses. Typically just comes down to your movement and whatnot. But right after I go through this teleporter, it's going to be a bit... Things are going to be getting a little random, you could say. These dice just bouncing around. That wasn't too bad. Interesting that I threw 5 bombs at that dude. And it's 5 bits of health had not depleted from that. I was probably just throwing them a bit too quickly. Oh, I love that throw. I think that throw is so funny. He jumps up like, oh, dude, there he is. He just gets a bomb to the face. I love water pool. I think it's so sick. Yeah, what Lion Cash says is absolutely correct. These tunes, bangers. There's no debate about this. Everyone loves this. We got the second jetpack level. These ones are always a bit nerve-wracking, just like no matter what. Just because you're just able to accidentally miss so many things. So I'm gonna take it a little bit safe here. Make sure I get a bunch of those enemies. Dude, hello. Oh, I don't know if... Wow, this is looking quite rough. Epic. Am I gonna do Golden Bomber? That's funny. I was not paying attention to my health there at all. And you gotta do that. You gotta pay attention to your health. Wow. No, I will not be doing a Golden Bomber after this, but there are a bunch of things you can unlock by just doing a 100% playthrough. Golden Bomber is one of them, pretty cool. Millions Treasure Hunt is another thing you can unlock, which is play through the game again, but this time instead of collecting ADOC bombs and stuff, you're collecting all of Princess Million's garbage that she just like left around. That was quite the flub, that death. That's right, I get a pretty goofy estimate, so it's not so bad. There was a speedrun category for Million's Treasure Hunt. If you ever want to try your hand at that. Nice. I'm not sure what unlocks what in this game, but a 100% playthrough should unlock everything for you. And really the hardest part about this is just the bosses. Nice. That's a tough jump to make. I've had like a lot of people say to me, wow, this game's great, always loved it, but I was never able to like actually beat it. And that's the case for me as well. Before learning speedrun strats and all that, I definitely like had played this game a lot, but never was able to beat the final boss. And that's not even like the final boss. That dude's actually quite the pushover. Just this Bagular. He's quite tough. But yeah, in this speedrun you just cheese him. You just jump over him and drop bombs on his head. Bagular is certainly not used to seeing Bomberman able to jump, so he just kind of just has to let it happen. He has no clue what to do about it.
I did it!
5,000 on the dot. Yeah, no, just like beating Bagular is certainly hard, but doing it in like 100% setting without like having any strategies. Mamma mia. Another one that's difficult is Natia. The boss of Planet Mazone, the fourth one. That fight is very random. Even not random, but it's so easy for it to just get out of control is the thing.
I did it!
Yeah, Natia and her little spider robot dude, Cronus. I think this is the first helicopter stage. These stages are pretty chill. It's really hard to like do a stage like this like optimally, so I don't really ever stress out about it too much. Have to go with the flow. Like this ADOC bomb is in such a weird spot that I never really know what to do about it. I kind of just tend to wing it every time. Just whatever feels fast, I decide is fast. That wasn't fast though. What if Bomberman said poggers after beating a level? That would be wild. That would be insane. In fact, I don't think he would ever do that. Certainly not this one. I think it's certainly worth noting that this game does lag a bunch because it's a Nintendo 64 game, so of course it does. But it seems to do so in a way that doesn't really like cost any time typically. If you pull up the debug tools that are left over in the game via like a Game Shark code or something, you can see that it tends to drop in frame rate once it reaches certain like CPU usage thresholds. And it seems to have like a pretty good idea of like when to do it. But the game never really like feels like it's slowed down too bad. I don't think it's like DK64 style type of making up for lag in that it speeds other things up, but somehow you don't lose time when the game lags. So there's no sort of like lag reduction strats or anything. And also for that matter, Virtual Console is slower for these speedruns, since ideally you would be resetting at the end of each world to skip the cutscenes and all that. And Virtual Console on the Wii always shows the you will need the classic controller or whatever text. It's a bit slower. It doesn't save any time on lag. Alright. This dude's a real stinker, no matter what. No matter how good you are at the game. There are some things you can do to try to, like, influence him into going, like a certain direction, but he kind of just does whatever he wants, and it's really annoying. He's got these two phases where the first one he'll shoot out all those pink orbs, and then in the second one that he's in here, he shoots the laser. The laser's a lot more bearable because he at least stands still when he shoots the laser. But if you're struggling during the first pink orb phase, then oh man, he's just a nightmare. Cool, it's all fives. Very nice. Those bonus stages are only accessible once each playthrough after you beat each world. There's not even like hearts or anything in them, so we just exit out of them immediately. Oops. Rode my face on the wall. That's not fast. Oh yeah, there are camera controls with the C buttons. I haven't done that yet, but No real reason for that to be included in this game, but you can certainly do them.
I did it!
Hey, what's up, Neuron? Thank you. You know, after this is a big Goemon community race, and I wish I wasn't so lazy and like actually put in the time to relearn the game, but I gotta sit that out. 'Cause I don't know what I'm doing.
I did it!
Oh yeah, that was a neat little trick where I exploit the collision mechanics of this game. Wherein holding a bomb makes Bomberman fat, and getting pushed away from a wall, I guess, takes priority over getting pushed away from an object. So I got fat next to a wall and got pushed into a block. I was able to get the safety vest because of it. It makes the stage like just way easier, way easier to not have to constantly avoid my own bomb explosions.
I did it!
There's another stage with 2 exits. This time we're going to be doing the lovely magma dam skip. Wow, look at that. Discovered by Czar. Isn't that wild? I didn't know that for the longest time. Nazar apparently found like almost every cool trick you can do in this game. Yeah, that was him. Oops. I gotta be careful with my movement here, because I just got 200 points from killing those 2 slimes that were off screen. But if I approach them, they'll wake up and they'll merge into each other and become a creature that takes like 4 hits to kill. I did the same thing just then. Way faster to just do that, even if it looks slower. It's much faster than the alternative. And here's the first of the snowboard stages. Kind of controls like an absolute beast. Very difficult to tame this machine. Oops. That's right. As long as I get all of the rainbow gems that I see along my path, then I'm fine. That's all I need. Epic. Oh man, am I gonna die in a second vehicle stage? I'm not. I'm playing it up. There's no chance.
I did it!
Got yet another 2-exit stage. This one's quite long. In this stage, I'd be intentionally taking at least a little bit of damage. So I'm gonna have to come up with some stuff on the fly. I'm normally a lot healthier by this point. Ooh. It's fine though. One of the few gold hearts in the English version is right there, out in the open. Very convenient. And for the most part, in this English version, gold hearts and 1-ups are very, very rare.
I did it!
You certainly don't encounter them very frequently, and certainly not just out in the open. I don't think taking damage there is fast, but it might be. You know, honestly, speedrunning for 7 years, if something feels fast, it is fast. That's all there is to it. Okay, but this is yet another one of the stages with a bunch of knives that I'll be relying on to get all my points. Whoa, that was a bit scary. Death Garden, we get to hear this lovely tune. It's one you don't get to hear in any percent for any real amount of time. And it's a good one. I like this stage too. It's nice. But since it's one of 2 stages you can access from Death Temple, you'll soon see why this is not done in any percent. It takes quite a long time. Just by nature of having to obtain all of the all these key shards, it ends up being very, very slow. I always tense up during that jump there. Like, should I go for it? Is it worth it? What if I miss? I think it's worth it. Only missed that once. For the sake of the viewers, I'm gonna be killing all of these. It's a marathon run. Just to save your sanity. If I don't kill them, those car alarms will be going off the entirety of the level. Also, I think it is actually faster to kill them. And then just skip other things. Since the way those guys attack is they try to hit you but also like blow themselves up, they're not counted towards the 5 score requirement stuff. So they're all essentially missable points. But I will not be missing them, I will be hitting them. There should be one up here. It'll be screaming at me soon, but... Oh, nice. Oh. Sorry, gang. Probably the quietest float zone I've ever had. Quite enjoyable. There's a super fast cycle I can make here, where I can grab this platform, but then I gotta hit this dude from up above, and it's scary and difficult. Speedrun's not optimized to the point where anyone attempting to get like a super good time is gonna have to do that just yet. Cutscene at the end of the stage, the only stage with a cutscene at the end of it. And here comes this snoozeville of a stage. Quite a boring section of the run. Let's see if I can get the down warp at least. Nope, just missed it. I think it's like a frame perfect trick where I don't know why it happens. I just know that on a certain frame, if you like go from moving one direction to moving back to just neutral, you'll get, it's a down warp, you'll get pushed down to the bottom of the stage. Yeah, it is interesting how this big snake creature is but a skeleton, and yet guts on full display once you've entered it. Very interesting. I'm not going to think about it too much though, because that's weird, but it is certainly interesting. Missed the down warp again. You hate to see it. Yeah, we will soon be entering the groan zone.
I did it!
Once I take out nitros for the 3rd time, maybe I can get the, no. If you hit him quickly enough, or dispel the barrier quickly enough anyway, you can throw a bomb at him that hits him twice. Skip's having to wait for all of this. I've already lost track of how many bombs I put down. It's so easy to lose track in the US version. JP1 just way quicker. JP, this fella's got only 5 bits of health, and this one 8. That sort of increase in health is extremely typical for every enemy that is multiple bits of health. I guess not every enemy, because there's the Geodudes in the trees, and they only have 3 hits each. But every mini-boss type creature, such as the fake doors, and the big Geodudes, they're both given a health boost when brought overseas. Yeah. Line Cash, post the Franker Faces emote. You know the one. Yeah, there we go. Just the nature of 100%ing the US version makes the stage so boring. It's a bit of a shame because the rest of the game is so chill. Chill in like a, oh, I can press buttons the whole time at least sort of way. In this I'm just waiting. Yeah, no, Movestone, easily the chillest stage in the game. There's nothing difficult about it. Self-explanatory. You see stone, you move it. It's a nice one. That said, it doesn't have Louis, and Louis is maybe one of the best sidekick type characters in all of gaming. We love Louis. At this point of the stage, it doesn't really matter how quickly I do these things, at least up to a point, because I have to jump onto a coaster once it's reached the end of its track, like that one down there. I can even just like mess around a little bit. As long as I'm not like too slow. See, and it's still just right there. there's not really anything interesting in this stage to like just rattle off. Aside from, I guess, there's a big change in the English version, in that a moving platform that you'll see here in the second once it gets close enough. It'll be moving up and down on the left side of the screen right there. It starts off low down enough to where you can jump on it from the sand below, which allows you to jump up to the teleporter that's directly to its left, like without having to ride a coaster all the way over to it, like you do in the JP version. And because of that, this stage is actually faster in US any percent. It's like the only stage that is. Oh man.
I did it!
Yeah. Wakey wakey. Able to play the game again. Whoa! Almost slid right off there. Stage can get a bit nerve-wracking if you roll a bit too deep. Okay, yeah, like that dude, if I had if I had not like waited around to make sure that the salt bomb killed that slug, I probably would have just been like completely out of luck. I don't know what I would have done to get that guy. I guess probably just get this salt bomb over here. I don't know, this stage's route is very unusual. Not a particularly intuitive stage. We got a second coaster stage. There's at least stuff to do here, like this. This is my, everyone has their own personalized copy of Bomberman Hero. And in mine, Bomberman does that whenever you play Mad Coaster. I really wish he wouldn't, but... there's just no stopping him. I always take that hit there because it's faster than the alternative of like getting hit by the bomb explosion and then falling into the pit and losing an entire minute for no reason. Getting hit there itself is not fast at all. You can definitely get through there without getting hit. But you know, it's a difference of like half a second or so. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, these stages with the salt bombs, I think it's really only those two. Dark Maze and Mad Coaster are a bit annoying to route because you're forced to like section off parts of it into like salt bomb mode and normal bomb mode. Just because the slugs. And you can't pick up a bomb pickup without it like giving you back normal bombs. It just can't really be done. Excellent. Here comes the chill part of the run. Whoa, Mamma Mia. Alright, here's a hype part of the run. Okay. Did not get the 2 push. If you're a mathematical genius, you can do this in only 2 pushes. Alas, math is difficult. And just the concept of geometry itself tends to escape me. So I always have to readjust it. And it ends up being slower than if I were to just go all in on a 3 push strat. Oh well. Yeah, that's the thing. The carry the 1. I don't even know what that means. Thanks, homie. Thanks for sparking it up. Alright, World 3 boss time. Throw my bombs immediately and then throw them again when it says 6979. Wait, what? 9790. And then again when it says 9750. I can't, man. I'm trying to count. Cause this dude oh, that sucks, a real fat one. Yo, you can run underneath him? I didn't know that, actually. This dude's vulnerability lasts only 4 seconds. That was sick. I actually did not know you could run underneath him. That was so cool. Okay, I throw the bombs immediately, and then I throw them at 9790, and then again at 9590. And that just happens to line up with the 4 second timer. What's up, Beck? Here's the start of the chill part of the run, because we got our boy Louis. Some say he's blue for some reason. Very incorrect. He's incredibly green. We know this. If you're anyone who's in the know, you know that Louis is quite green. And he's got a pretty sick wall jump maneuver. That can even be exploited if you do it right at the underside of, I'm not really sure how to describe that. You can do a, like, reverse wall jump sometimes. Nice. That's a pretty difficult trick to line up, because if you mess it up, the turtle tends to just walk away, and then you can't like land on it anymore. Oh no! I got sharked. Whoa, mamma mia. I'm not sure how to prevent yourself from getting sharked always, but whenever I do an any % run, I never get sharked. So maybe it's just, maybe it's like an RNG thing? Like how at the start of this run I mentioned that the RNG is pretty consistent for the most part off of console reset, and I have not been resetting the console. That's one way to avoid getting sharked. Just destroy him. Probably the most consistent way to avoid it, if you think about it. Yeah, this is obviously another stage with 2 exits. And once I finish this run through of the stage, I will be in Freeze Lake, the least chill part of the run, easily. We hate Freeze Lake. There's nothing chill about it. Gotta put up with just the weird auto aim on the water torpedoes. And try not to get hit like over and over again. It sucks. Yeah, I messed up the movement up there. The timing to be able to get up here and also hit him is pretty tight. Wow. That timing isn't that tight though. You just throw a bomb.
I did it!
Okay. Alright. We got Freeze Lake. Those glaciers up above. They will fall. They will fall. They will home in on me. And they move super fast. And there's a bunch of them. Only in the English version do they home in on you, though. In the Japanese one, they just fall straight down. So this stage is incredibly frustrating. Sometimes only in this run. Whoa. I actually need a few more of those. Obviously, ideally, the fastest way through this stage is to just tank those hits instead of try to avoid them constantly, but then you're taking a lot of damage, and the game gets scary. Take a look at that auto aim. Wasn't that sick? Wasn't that cool? I don't mean to like be a whiny baby about it, but it starts off good. It really does. Which just veers so far off course, so like consistently. That's alright. This has actually been a pretty okay one. Been very sloppy, but... Oh. Like, that bomb was so close to connecting, and it simply just did not. Now I need 6,500, so I gotta be careful not to exit too soon and just get rid of 3 of these guys. Very, very annoying stage. But the rest of the run is so chill. I especially like the ride for this stage. I think it flows really nicely. There are a few points in this stage where there are like cycles you have to keep track of. Because these enemies will shrink and grow as time passes. And you have to freeze them when they're big fellas in order to actually be able to reach certain points. But also, some of these guys don't even spawn in until you are high up enough, so any amount of variance at the beginning of the stage is kind of done away with. I tried to spin and hit that fella. No, I gotta wait. I gotta do my time. Very satisfying stage to do quickly. Am I dropping frames, or is that the game? Alright, cool. Yeah, no, the game definitely does drop frames a bunch, but while you're playing it, it's unusually difficult to notice. It doesn't really feel like it's lagging, even though it definitely is, if you're keeping an eye out for it. Wait. Confuse myself. Oops, that's not... It definitely only has like a handful of frame rate modes that it'll sit at. Like, it has its stable 30, then a little bit slower, and then another one that's even slower, and maybe even like a super slow third one. I'm not sure. I don't have any actual numbers on it, and it's kind of just conjecture, but I think it's true enough that I'll just pretend it's like completely true. Here's the our second visit to Louis, and unfortunately the final one, until someone creates the Ride Louis Always ROM hack. Very fun to play as this dude. What the? Louis is just like peak character design. There's just something about him. Just like a fat, chunky kangaroo. But he's also like more bunny looking than you'd expect a typical kangaroo character to. That's what's up. There's that game, what is it? Bomberman Fantasy Race, where you're just playing as Bomberman riding on a Louis. Or maybe you're only playing actually as Louis. I haven't seen it in a very long time, but that game as a speedrun is sick. I don't understand why I'm not getting these wall jumps, but it certainly is a thing that happens sometimes. Yeah, here's the reverse wall jump thing, right there. Whoa, Mamma Mia! That's not good. My angle was off. Good thing I got a backup. Check this out. Look at that. That's what's up. I think that was the first strat found for this stage in any percent. And then one was found for the bounce off the sign. I think Annie Meowsers found that one or something. I'm not sure. That was so long ago, before I even picked up this game. Okay, here's the second and final skateboard stage. Thank goodness. Not skateboard, snowboard. Difficult to control. Still decently fun, but I don't really like it. Oh, is it that Louis from Fantasy Race? That's funny. Yeah, Louis. He certainly makes some expressions. Up in the little window, I think the top left. Pretty cool game. I would probably try to speedrun it if I had the console it was for. And also owned the game. Just because Louis is just that cool of a character. I always kind of forget how many points I need for this stage, so I always end up with like a lot more. Because I'm pretty sure this fella gives you 2,000 points. Let me just quickly dispatch of him. by firing some bombs at the gem or whatever it is that's exposed on its belly here, and just rotate in a circle to avoid the little spitballs it tries firing out. Now those two heads of that creature can be huge pain in this stage. Because they're going to be floating around randomly, and I'm going to have to take them both out in order to actually be able to get a score of 5 in this stage. I always throw that bomb there, but I don't think it actually ever connects. Man, they're actually being pretty nice. I'm just kind of not playing correctly. They're being extremely nice to me, actually. They're diving constantly. Did I take them both out? I wasn't keeping track of my points very well. I think I did. I definitely did. I only need 4,500 for this stage. Yeah, those dudes are not very fun to deal with. And in theory, I should be like progressing through the stage, trying to make them follow me through it, so I can just like continue forward while I can't hit them. But they don't really seem to cooperate very well when you try to do that. Easy. This fourth fight, very consistent. You just gotta know how to trick him into doing exactly what you want. This is one of those stages that's like very difficult to route out. Just all the verticality, you have to think about how quickly Bomberman falls. Then, on top of that, all the... Whoa! That's not right. You also have to, like, be good at it, too, is the thing. Oops. Man, I've completely like lost track of my route here. So I fell off. That's embarrassing. Yeah, certainly a tough stage to wrap my head around. That room's got a bag of tricks around every corner. Very interesting that these three stages all have like a central hub room to sort of mix up the gameplay a little bit. I think it's quite nice. But it can serve to be a slight point of annoyance by the time Mirror Room is finished, because you're supposed to walk into the little warp in the middle of the room, because it puts you back in there at the end of it. But it's faster to pause and exit, and timing that can be a bit tricky. I do think this game keeps the gimmicks fresh the whole time. Pretty fun. I'm surprised I continue to get launched up there. It's a very solidly made game. There's just something about it that just keeps you coming back to it. Oh, wait. Almost left that gem behind. I was thinking of new 80% route. Started going for that just out of muscle memory. Man, after this stage, I will have officially entered the gauntlet. There's a boss rush. There's the 6th world. 2 difficult stages, because no matter what, I will lose my bomb, firepower, and health count. And then the final boss.
I did it!
I timed that really well. This fella can be really annoying, because in order to do him super quickly, you have to hit him with multiple bombs, all on the same frame. Only enemy in the game that you can do that to. Not really sure why that is. I run the risk of soft locking if I get hit by one of those. And I got hit, but no soft lock, thankfully. Get Cronus in this fight, and then again in the refight, if you hit him multiple times on the same frame, he just gobbles them all up. So getting a perfect fight is quite difficult. Is that Bomberman Land Touch? Bomberman? What game is that from? Bomber Yata.
Good job.
I'm certainly not a Bomberman aficionado. All I know is this game, Bomberman Max Blue, Champion, whatever, 64, and Pocket Bomberman. I guess Tournament. A lot of Bomberman games. Not really my style, but this game is really something else. I've been running this for, what, 7 years? The great tunes are definitely something to keep coming back. keep forgetting to actually work out or just copy someone else's strats for that fight, so I'm always just looking real sloppy out here doing that. Here's a fight that really benefits a bunch from the consistent RNG of a console reset. But I did not reset the console, in fact, so I do not know where he's going to appear. And he could even just pretend to come up like 20 times in a row. Completely out of my control, and then I'd have to do the fight over again. Nice. I just got a bunch of multi-hits with that.
I did it!
Here we go. I didn't get the double hit last time, but I got him there. One hit for the barrier getting dispelled, and then one hit for when he decides to start moving around. He becomes immediately vulnerable. Because before that, in the other fights, you actually can't hit him up until he decides to start moving around. And the point of the story there, it's revealed, oh, he was brainwashed by evil Bomber or Vagular or someone, and he's actually a member of the Bomber headquarters, and he's a good guy. And you'll notice my health is back up to full now, and that's because he healed me right up. Nitros is a good guy the whole time. I haven't been touching on the plot of this game at all, but if you've ever watched Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, it's the exact same thing. Like, pretty shamelessly the exact same thing. Wow. Unlucky. This fight can get really out of control. Because if they decide to spawn those mini Cronuses, they tend to spawn like right above you, and that time my bomb just like collided directly with it. Kinda got owned there. Now here we're gonna cheese the boss. We're gonna make him dash over and over again. He does have another attack that ideally we won't see, but of course we will because I messed it up. No, I'm wrong. If he's super far away from you, he'll throw out some like blue pillars of fire. Throw out 3 of them. But if he's close to you, he'll always just do this dash. So this manip is pretty consistent. If you at least time the jumps correctly anyway. In this phase, if you've got a keen eye, you can tell which of these is the real one based off of the dust cloud it kicks up being different. It's not different in a consistent way every time. Maybe it just appears later, and maybe the dust clouds aren't quite as big. And it's not always as easy to tell. I think he ran for years before someone noticed that. Very helpful in improving the consistency of the fight. In this fight, I'm going to try to maintain a consistent distance away so that he uses the claw attack. The laser attack isn't like the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely possible to get hit by it if you're not really paying attention. Yeah, if you just stand like the right distance away from this dude, he's a total pushover. And here, I'm gonna reset the console, because there's a bunch of cutscenes and stuff that I would otherwise have to skip through, only to realize that it would have kicked me back out to the stage select, reduced my health to 4, my bombs and firepower down to 1 anyway. So resetting just gets me to this point quicker. Whoa, I missed it. Gotta be kind of careful in this stage, because starting off with just a couple bombs, or actually starting off with one bomb means if you miss, you have to wait for that bomb to explode before you can fire another one, as is typical with Bomberman in many of his games. But this one hurts extra because you can't go backwards in the jetpack stages. And yeah, this is the secret 6th world, unlocked only by getting a 5 in every stage, so I know that I've done everything correctly just by being here. Kind of messed up my my strats here a tiny bit. That's all right. Now for the final stretch. The final fella. Ideally, I just keep him in this over and over and over again. Nice. And I'm just sitting here counting to 5. 'Cause that's when he'll get vulnerable again. And in speaking, I'm actually not able to track of it very well. But if we're fortunate, he'll only use his dive attack, even though he does have like 3 other ones. Yeah, that was pretty clean. Pretty solid final fella. With a time of 1:50:48, that's pretty decent. Better than what I was expecting.
Good job.
Good job, thank you. And there are a few other things I can show off if the Goemon race isn't ready yet. Like the secret stages and whatnot. Treated to this cool little cutscene for 100%ing the game, along with also unlocking Chameleon's treasure hunt for the save file. Maybe a few other things. I'm not completely sure. I'm gonna see if I can unlock the bonus stages real quick by mashing the start button, like a monster. Yeah, there we go. And I'll show these off until the Goemon gang is ready. Wish I could be a part of it, but I do not remember how to play the game again. Okay. Yeah, Bomberman has like no personality in this game. Yeah, just a few special stages. Takes place on the moon. You don't get anything for 100% completion of this. They're just for fun. Whoa, I'm just gonna ignore that fella. There's no speedrun category for these bonus stages. There might be one in the future. Yeah, there's a few enemies that are unique to these stages, like this dude with the catcher's mitt, I think. Oh, that jump's doable. I promise that jump is doable. I've actually never failed that. There's a handful of these stages. I think there's 4? Maybe just 3? Alright, well, I'm incapable of pulling that one off, so I'm just gonna do Golden Bomber. I never actually showed this one off, but allows you to play on a lot of the water stages while just as normal Bomberman. The boss in the Sea of Trees. There's a special stage in this at the end as well. There might be a couple, I'm not actually sure. I haven't done this in so long. Whoa! It's interesting in that it's not actually just the water stages. Like, they put a lot more enemies in here so that there's actually something to do. I'm not sure if this keeps track of your points. I know the bonus stages do, even though you don't get anything for completing them. Okay, there's actually a pretty decent amount of like bonus content in here it's all like pretty fun. All inconsequential to the game as a whole. Like again, you don't unlock anything for completing these as far as I know. But it's just for fun, and this game is definitely fun enough to just play, to where this is like actually a good reward for playing the game a bunch. You get to play the game even more. Whoa! Oh, looks like you can... Nice. Cheese strat. I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. Man, I hope there's some health. Cool. Yeah, my estimate was 2 hours 10. A bit of a big estimate. See, I completed in like 20 minutes quicker. It seemed like a good estimate up until I continued to play the speedrun and got my time down by 20 minutes. Then it was a bit off. So yeah, again, we're just waiting for the Goemon gang to be all set up. Cool group of people, the Goemon gang. A decent amount of overlap with the Bomberman Hero players as well. This is a cool little stage. Unique to the Golden Bomber mode. I'm not sure where it's supposed to be taking place. I need to defeat the evil baddie in the Sea of Trees. Don't know where he is. Don't know if I'm even still in the Sea of Trees. All I know is that I'm playing Bomberman here and I'm having a good time. And I'm also scared because I don't want to die. Okay. I don't know if there are any differences between the English and Japanese Golden Bombers. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I think there's something changed in Millions Treasure Hunt. At least someone has told me that there are differences between Millions Treasure Hunt in the two regions. But this one I'm not so sure. If you go to the cutting room floor, I have put together a bunch of, a big list of all the changes that I have, or like tried to catalog anyway. Up until a very small amount into the second world, at least. There's like pictures and stuff too. So it's not just like reading just like a list of things. Oh, it does keep track of your score. Then there's Slider Race, which is just playing on Emerald 2, but you're racing against like a snowman dude. Which kind of sucks. Like Bomberman with his yo-yo. He's so cool. Is the Goemon gang ready yet? I can show off Slider Race if I have to. I didn't realize this had a timer in it. Might have to add this to the leaderboard. Haha! I did it! Haha. Yeah, this is just like a second quest type deal. Second quest 100%. So you gotta obtain eight of each of those things, which is a crown. What are those things? A crown? Like a scepter? I don't actually know where any of them are. Hey, it might be. Let's see if we can find even one. Oh, I could show something off here. Okay, I lied. I was trying to clip to those stairs. Maybe secret room's got one? Yeah, I see a crown. Oops.
Good job.
People have done speedruns of this. Millions treasure hunt. I don't know if I ever will, but maybe. I can show off a couple things with this game though. I mentioned at the start of the run, a few out of bounds. Maybe I can get it. It's not even a difficult one to do. Yeah, there we go. Like I said, this stage just wraps vertically. And once the camera pans over to the left a bit, we'll know that I'm right above the exit, and you'll see how long it takes for me to reach it. So, while cool, it's not actually fast. It takes too long to fall down there. There's another one in Skyrim. I think there's another treasure here too. This game's really solidly made. Not a whole lot of oddities. I guess it's just like some sort of wand, that thing. Whoa. Yeah, take a look at that. Yeah, I've tried smashing my head against the wall here a bunch to see if using this could be used to somehow clip through here without having to without having to obtain the key card, but it doesn't seem like it's really all that doable. Let's see if I can remember the last one in Snowland is. I don't know if this out of bound is even like doable in the US version. I might just be banging my head against the wall for no reason. Mamma mia! I'm falling! Trying to think of anything else that's interesting about this game while there's again while they're setting up. How does Bomberman do it? Very carefully, I think. I think in the schedule there's Goemon, and then there's something else after that. Steven Seagal is the final option. Never heard of that game. Yeah, very interesting title for a game. Dang, look at that little monkey fella. Yeah, while I won't be participating in the Goemon race, I will definitely be relearning that game recently, or in the near future. Probably still stream a bit of Bomberman Hero. Maybe not all that much, but if you're interested, go ahead and check my channel out. I mean, if you want, it's chill. I'm gonna be doing speedruns either way. What did I grab onto there? What in the world? Yeah, what if they made a Bomberman hero too? I think that would be really interesting. Look at this. He's doomed. What is he gonna do? Oh no. Bomberman! This is so sad. There's no chance for survival. Wow.